Hello, everyone. We are back to the normal opening, although nothing is really normal in Night City. But the events of the Halloween special are behind the Edge Runners, and we'll get into that here soon. We got to have our table talk, but welcome to you all. We will have JP loading in as soon as he can. There are off-game responsibilities that he is tending to. Let's go into our lobby here. We have Session 6 catalog. We are starting out on January 6, 2064. Now, for you in the audience, the Edge Runners have a little bit of an idea of what to expect, because where we had left off, Mikhail, the owner of the Hook, owes them some money, but he wasn't exactly in a position to pay it, considering everything that happened. And we'll get into that sort of stuff, but how are you all in our time-honored table talk tradition as players? Anything going on? Is there anything I can shout out, or that you've seen or have been interesting, or just in a weekly greeting to each other, as this is now a Friday tradition that will last for who knows how long. We'll find out. Any of you go. I'm eating jambalaya.
That is a very good meal, and I love it. I suppose I will say that I'm going to actually fire up, blow off the dust, and try streaming tomorrow, because all episodes of Dispatch are finally out.
Okay.
Perhaps it won't by storm.
So you're going to do a playthrough of that then?
Yep. I've avoided as many spoilers as possible, given that game has become very popular. But I will, be doing that sometime tomorrow, whenever I can figure out how to stream again.
Yeah, and make sure you spam that over in our Discord.
I will.
You have broadcaster friends among you here.
Give you a shout-out. Go ahead.
I might have to actually pick that game up as well.
I was reminded about that because I had to actually download it. And yeah, well, based on the shout, you can see I was also playing Minecraft back when I streamed last. So maybe I'll do some of that too. Dispatch isn't a terribly long game from what I've heard.
We all yearn for the mines. It doesn't matter how old you are.
So that's what I got going on.
In Stardew Valley on Thursdays.
Yep.
That's what I got going on.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I will, I look forward to your commentary on that game. I've heard it's very popular because there's, I guess a lot of, like e-celebs and whatnot are doing voices.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But
also
even
the
beyond the glitz
are...
and glam, that it's a solid enough gamer story to, it stands on its own, regardless of the voice talent.
It's like the Telltale style game, and the writing has been solid from what I've heard. And also the characters are hot.
That also helps. That always helps.
Yes, indeed.
You see, Western devs are returning to their roots then. Welcome home.
About time.
All right, someone go next. Speak up. Throw elbows if you have to. You're buying me time here to be unprofessional and eat on stream.
I'm back from 10.0 VIP. That happened last week, right during the slot for the game.
Yeah.
But I got a nice little cowboy hat.
That has lights on the brim. Yep.
Yep.
We need to work this into your character. You somehow invented or acquired this.
It's a hat that keeps the sun out of your eyes, but also lets you see in the dark. So
Yeah, probably something that Gopher might mess with, but I also got this,
Oh,
which is a soul frame pin
Oh, yeah.
because soul frame. I also got a couple soul frame shirts, so that's lovely. And yeah.
what happened at the convention? Is it kind of like a grand LAN party where they just had a bunch of computers and you could sit down and play with other people, or was it like marketing and announcements, or what happened?
It was kind of it was more of a developer meet and greet, I
Oh,
would say.
okay.
So some of Digital Extreme's um, developers were there, and they were doing signings, and they had a buffet. It was kind of a small event of about 250 people, and most of us all Warframe players. So, and there's Dad with the shirt.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
It's
Nice to meet you.
I guess later this month, Soulframe Founders is coming out with the next Preludes update.
Nice.
And I guess they're doing 2 tiers. And the lower tier is going to be like 50, and I think the higher tier is going to be a little bit more. But
So with only 250, this is not like this isn't like a big open anime convention or
no,
the only gaming convention I've been to
this.
is a Final Fantasy 14 one. That's when Stormblood
You
was
went to
announced
Fed-
for how ancient I am in that game.
You went to FanFest. I want to go to FanFest. Square
Nah,
Enix, bring it to
they shut down
Yeah.
a restaurant and kind of had the event there.
Oh,
So,
alright.
yeah. So there was, buffet, and they also had a photo booth. Megan and Rebecca were doing sort of photo shoots with people, so when I have a picture from that I need to post. But yeah, it was a neat little event.
Yeah,
So-
hey, share it. And I'll say this. You're playing a tech character, so if there's aspects of this game that you as the player love and you want to invent stuff, in that direction, do so. Lean into the things that make you passionate as a player and that you can bring into this world as your character.
You want to invent me a new linear frame that's not gonna touch my not gonna touch my empathy stat? I'll take that happily.
Well, as far as touching the empathy stat, I mean, I could help with that, but it's not probably going to remove the empathy cost, because that's like what, 4d6?
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
that's a big hit.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't say implanted. I'd go external frame.
Which I'm
those
sure would
don't have
probably
empathy.
be, yeah. But I mean, I do have all my roll skill points are put into repairs and upgrades. So yeah.
Where are my tech ranks? Let me see.
All right.
Fixing things is going to be important for the real armor when we actually take damage to the real armor.
Yeah.
All my tech is just into the vehicle tech. A little bit basic and security.
D-Res or Kiri, what's going on? Well, really, coffee or lethality. We haven't fully sleeved into the characters yet. But hey, it's good practice distinguishing your characters.
Yeah.
So
It is. It is.
it's session 6. I hopefully will get it right this time.
But yeah.
So how long you want to bet until he mixes the two of you up?
Look, they
Dude,
come as a
there hasn't been
package
that.
deal. But yeah, me and Maddie have been doing Stardew Valley on Thursdays. Uh, since it's the cozy season, so
Yep.
doing a little bit of gaming on my channel as well. So doing a stream together. So we've been doing a shared chat and everything for those. So
It is a fun game and it is very cozy. Although I think I'm taking it too seriously because I just said no. I'm done trying to cozy up to the villagers. I just want to mine or I just want to do stuff because the days are so short.
They
There's
are.
not
They
enough
are.
time.
There's not enough time to do anything. The clock definitely goes by very quickly, especially in two-player mode when the clock doesn't pause when you're in the midst of something because I'm not paused.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the things as well, but it's been
No.
fun. And
You're not speed running, so it's fine.
no, of course not. It's it's meant to be cozy, not a speed run.
Yeah.
And so
The speed runs on that game.
that's been the
ridiculous.
extra broadcast that I've been doing on my channel. Aside from Cyberpunk, which is going to wrap up here pretty quickly, and because their edge runners are finally putting in the final nails in the coffin of their plan to get rid of the BBEG of the game, and D&D, well, that's also what they're doing. Is trying to get the final materials they need to be able to take on the BBEG. So
Yeah, except that's a lot longer.
that
In the
one's a lot
pipeline.
longer in the pipeline.
Oh yeah.
But
How many
they
sessions
know it.
has Rebirth been?
100 and some 100 and teens, I think.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while. We've been doing the Rebirth Chronicle for about two and a half years now,
Yeah.
and and that started pretty much after you concluded Chroma Company. So
Yeah. So for any of you, if you're wondering about the pedigree of Coffee Cat being a dedicated DM, GM, or ST, I mean Rebirth, several chronicles in the World of Darkness,
DTM.
and then yeah, and now you have your ongoing your own Cyberpunk game going on.
all of which is on YouTube.com/CoffeeCatPresents.
Can you, Raven, while you're there and lurking, can you shout out the YouTube as well? Rebirth is
All
on
of it's on
108.
YouTube.
Ooh, all right.
Follow him.
Yeah,
Follow him
we're getting to
now.
the 100.
Do it now.
Yes, we're actually trying to get to a 200 subscriber mark on YouTube. To just set a milestone for the end of the year, and with there being like a month and a half left of the year, and probably about 50 subscribers left, it's an achievable goal.
Yeah.
I just don't have a whole lot of overlap with any other bigger streamers. But if you like tabletop and you like my style of DMing, go hit subscribe on YouTube, because that's a free way to help in supporting me. Aside from watching us live on Twitch.
Coffee's gonna make you cry.
Yes, that is
He almost
my
got
shtick.
me once. He almost got me once, and I am pretty unflappable on that front.
Consider me
I have-
number 160.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then Lethality,
yeah.
what's going on with you in your part of the world?
Well, I mean, between me screaming to the heavens at Square Enix to finally bring FanFest to the Oceanic region, you built a data center here. You can bring the FanFest here too. Not gonna say that. I mean, we're mature, but I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. Bring it down under. God damn it! Even if it's in Sydney, I'll fly. I don't care. It'll cost me $1,000, but I don't care. I want to go. The everything else that's been going on has been games and games and games. Given that I haven't had a lot of chance to play, I've been assisting some friends in building some very, very nasty things for their VTM games.
Ooh.
I've been helping Raven set a VTM game in Columbus. I'm helping Specs with building some stuff for Prague.
Oh, very interesting.
I've been slowly but surely descending into madness by wanting to run many, many different games and not having the time. Which includes a little bit of my own stuff for Cyberpunk Red, includes running some Shadowrun again, and also a new RPG I picked up, SCP: The TTRPG Second Edition.
Ah.
Where you guys might get ripped apart by a paranormal entity that defies description.
Sounds like a lot of World of Darkness.
Yeah, the world is in the same vein. Humanity is a little better equipped in this one, but
Also reminds me of Monster of the Week, but
also a little bit. But it also depends on whether you have them going up against actual
no, wait,
SCPs that are monsters, or
that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Kane.
That's fair. But
Kane. I'm not smart enough for that.
I've just been plodding along slowly but surely. Nothing else to say there. Really.
Are you gonna do any either on another person's channel or on your own? Are you gonna do any SCP, like even if it's like the intro adventure or something?
Oh, at some point, yes.
Okay.
That is a thing that I would very much like to do. I ran a one shot for it for the Rebirth group when Coffee was out injured.
Okay.
So, and they seem to very much enjoy it. So,
I'd like to.
Yeah, I do plan on running some more adventures. Like I started the one shot that was meant to lead into some stuff that was bigger, based in Site 81, which is a lot of fun stuff. Like Midwest United States has a very distinct Sumerian feel. There's a lot of Sumerian themed SCPs stored at that site, among other things. So,
I'd like to run the intro adventure, and this will be after the VTM short story winds up, which might be this 5th session for Veiled Threat. But Alien RPG has it's called the Evolved Edition. It's not quite a 2nd edition, but it's a refinement of the original system. And they have a starter adventure for that, and I think that might be a fun thing to run, especially because we had Alien RPG on the channel as well. So
yeah, I mean, I still got the Alien RPG books I got from you on my shelf over there. So
it's fun. I like it. It's a nice, sleek system that does what it needs to do well. All right, well, we'll talk about aliens and stuff here shortly, even though you as the players and characters don't know that yet. But aliens are on the menu.
Yeah.
Real
I don't
quick.
think that tastes good.
Evil, did you go and watch the VOD at all to find out what happened at the conclusion of this, the intro, like the hook arc?
Yeah, I did yesterday.
Awesome. Okay. Do you have any questions on what was seen or done, or critique of how you were piloted?
Did I run good? Playing Shooty Bang Bang.
Nothing really, no.
Okay.
No notes.
No notes. All right then. And then we'll ask Night Mage when he's able to load in here to pilot JP. So you are back in.
I know he's a talker, but
you are back in the real world. And I believe the last place that we had left off was here, because everyone was getting dropped off at home by Outback. Or no, I think we ended on Outback because you were the only one left in your car.
That's how it's gone for many years.
How had a beer and watched BD.
Oh yeah, that's true. You also, because you snagged a wreath on the way out, and
Yep.
you were gonna
did.
watch.
There's a handful of movies.
Yeah. What were you gonna watch? It wasn't.
Well, we got The
Scream, that was-
Matrix.
Oh,
He
okay.
grabbed like a bunch of like classic movies, so he's got The Matrix, Batman Returns, The Godfather Part 2,
That's
just whatever was at the top of the bin.
All right.
Some Disney stuff and was like, oh god, why'd I grab this?
So it is the next day. It is the 6th of January, 2064. And
Yeah.
the weather report that I gave you all, off screen in our special Discord corner, it is cold and clear. Now, that would be the city weather. I would have to imagine that when you're outside the city, because the city traps heat, it also generates heat. And when you're out in the scrub and in the desert, I'd have to imagine that when it's cold and clear for the city, it might be clear for you, but instead of being in the 40s, it might actually be freezing out in the desert. So
I could imagine so.
on a day like this, and for the players, there's a rule about exposure. So if you're outside without the proper equipment for too long, that's left to be subjective. Then you'll start being damaged from it. But on a day like this, especially because Mikhail will not be available to shake down for a couple days yet, we'll pick up where we left off with you. What do you do on a cold day like this? It's a Sunday.
It's Sunday. That's the day of God. Not that there's much God left in this world. I think that's
There's
too
also
cold.
mention of
Radiation in the city.
Oh, yep, that's true. There is expected radiation in the rebuilding Corpo Plaza, because they're doing some construction, and they wanted people to stay away.
Muscles, though. Right. Yeah, smuggle job. Might as well just do that. Because there was, yeah.
Okay. If you all decide to take the hustle, that's the week, because you're going to be doing jobs all week for that. So,
Yeah. I was definitely gonna take that.
you can, you still can, though the intention was to at least let you all have some options
For
first.
this day.
So that it's some
Okay,
downtime.
so-
It's a Sunday. It's we know that you're gonna get contacted by Mikhail. Presumably he's gonna pay
Right.
you, so you can still choose the hustle for the week, but don't lock into that just yet, because
Yeah,
you all are
okay,
gonna get
so-
together, and I got to show you the scream sheets and everything like that. So
Because
Okay.
we may decide, yeah, we'll all tackle something bigger than
yes,
the canned jobs.
so
Canned jobs. Okay. Sunday, cold. Not much to do.
are you particularly religious? I'm sure that because you stay on the outskirts of the Aldecaldos camp, and I would imagine that there is a faithful core to that family that would invite especially you staying with them to go to the service if you wanted to attend.
I think he's gone like a few times, but doesn't really buy into it.
Okay.
So I think he just. I mean, we got our fires, campfires. Some people got heaters, but the warmest place right now is going to be in his car. So
Okay.
he's just going to go driving, honestly.
Okay. No problem at all. It's a beautiful day for it. I mean, it is cold, but it's clear, so you have good visibility. Maybe you get a little extra power out of your engine because you're not running the AC. And yeah, it's a quiet day. So this would be a chance to just kind of narrate another personal day in the life of Outback, especially if you're staying out in the desert and not necessarily going into the city.
Yeah, and I'm not in the city. The city, there's stoplights and traffic and speed limits.
And people.
There's none of those out off-roading. So
As you're out in the desert, you will see some other people driving around. Like, you can see the dust clouds billowing behind their vehicles. Are you the type of person who would want to go and investigate, or are you just going to let them either race or smuggle or bury bodies in the desert, at their own pace, and they don't need you for that?
I mean, out here, you see another car, and you don't want to risk getting close to that because there's always the chance it's the wraiths.
Oh, yeah.
And then that becomes a whole mess, a whole fight.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't look
So-
good if you got captured by them, and then presumably they'll call us with the bond. Then you're dragging them into unnecessary complications.
Yeah. Solo nomad it's rough. So he's gonna keep away from other people. He just went through like this whole thing. There's this whole new group of people he's gotten these connections with. So driving's how he thinks through things.
Okay.
He's tuck it out. He drained his social batteries, being stuck in the pseudo matrix with a with a Netrunner attack, a fixer, and a solo.
Yeah. The attack and the solo were more his speed, but the Netrunner and the fixer were way more social than Outback normally deals with.
Have you ever found a body or a shallow grave in the desert? And if so, or multiple, what do you think, or what do you do? You leave them be? Do you contemplate? Do you grave rob?
Definitely don't take from the dead. That's just bad karma all around.
Okay.
He's fairly certain, he's probably driven over several people buried in the desert and not noticed because he's in a car going 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I think there's probably one time he did stop, car made a weird sound. He wanted to check it out and saw there was very clear signs that someone had been buried there.
Okay.
Didn't know why or for what, but just
You leave them be?
left him be, but it was middle of nowhere. I don't know who you were, but deserve a little more. And he just lashed a few sticks together, some kind of a marker, just to let that person have I exist, I'm here.
And not an accidental speed bump in the desert.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not a man of God, but he does have certain moral or superstitious beliefs about how to treat the deceased, or you at least give them some sort of comfort in this perhaps godforsaken world.
There should be at least something that shows that they lived, that they were a person.
I like that, Outback. That speaks a lot to your character. All right, well, Sunday is yours. There's no particular conflict. You don't hit a dune and twist your frame again. You are welcome to do as you please, because we are on this countdown. And do remember that you have JP's card. Should you ever seek work or need to be in contact with a fixer.
He got JP's card, and he got he got Kiri's info as well.
Yep.
And he knows that if he has got Kiri will probably also have D-Res, so...
Yeah, you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound there.
Yeah.
Package
So
deal.
I think, well, obviously Night Mage is not here yet, but when they get here, I can bring it up again, but definitely would have just, like, send a message, like, respond so that JP also has his information, like, yeah, we worked well together. If you ever need someone to drive you or anyone else, anything else, I'd be down to work with you again.
Okay. I will speak on behalf of JP in this case. You get a it's not a canned response, but it is a, hey, thanks for reaching out. Certainly would love to help. I've been looking at the scream sheets here, deciphering them, and there's a couple jobs that might be able to fit someone like you. If you want to talk about it, then we can meet up and go over what's out there. Maybe you already look them over, but trust me, there's a particular eye that you need to have to really read into them.
Heard. And likewise, if you need I don't think Outback's educated enough to say liaison, but if you ever need an in with all the Caldos, I can work on that with you.
Yeah. Hey, tell you what, if you're coming into the city tomorrow, why don't we? There's a place we can meet at, the Golden Dragon Tea House. Stop by around noon, and we'll sit down and go over some jobs. Tuesday is the Mikhail meeting, so there's.
He'll just respond to that like, sounds good, but then afterwards he's like, hey, agent, remind me what I said about tea discussed in boiled leaf water. Okay.
Noted.
I'll suffer through that if it gets me some jobs.
Noted. All right. Well, you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, Outback. Now, others might contact you on this day, but we're just leading with you, and especially with you out just driving in the desert, it's it could be pretty straightforward for you to be able to, to reply back to anyone if there's any inter-agent communication going on. All right, now Gopher, we're gonna head over. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just have the headcanon. Part of the reason why Outback's like so skinny is he does not imbibe properly. Like all the liquid he drinks is either beer or whiskey.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing I tossed you a beer the last session.
Yeah. So it's like,
and
if he drank a single glass of water, his body would go up to 5.
As the old saying goes, not even with the Elda Caldos, you only rent liquor, so you never buy it. All right. It is a cold Sunday for you, Gopher. Now you're definitely not in the like Corpo Plaza reconstruction downtown area. You'd be close enough that, if you stayed in, you'll be safe. You could go outside and you'll probably be safe. Unless you go too far into the downtown area, in which case you're going to need some sort of personal protection or just, stay inside buildings, because it's not the cold exposure that would be, that would be a threat as well. So tell us, on this cold, clear Sunday, what are you doing? And what's the scene that you have in your window, too? I don't know if you change that often or not.
Probably not. Gopher's going to probably just like clean his gun and kind of tend to his equipment.
Okay.
Stay in for the day. And kind of just process and ponder that other world that we're in.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious, if you don't mind, as you're cleaning out your gun, making sure everything's in good tip-top shape. What is Gopher thinking after having not just been presented an idea, but immersed with as many senses as possible, and in a as much of an organic way, not just the filtered stimulus, electronic stimulus, but to have, like clean air, or even the smell of a freshwater lake, or the smell of fall leaves, or things like that. What are you thinking? Is that a fair trade to live in a world like that, but knowing that there's monsters, that anyone could be a monster? Or do you prefer being in this real world? I don't know, philosophize or think out loud, or take us through what's going through Gopher's mind.
It's definitely a, despite, the vampires, the werewolves, and the whatever else there might be. Like, you look at that, but then you got, fresh air, clean water, and you're not being advertised to every second of every day. It's like,
You have a moment to actually think.
yeah. And it's quieter, and it's like, there are some neat things about this world, like the tech, but it's like, yeah.
Would you prefer the quiet life world of Cleveland, with monsters you can't see? Then, like, do you imagine polishing your shotgun in Cleveland, in this, or even do you wish that you would never even have to do this kind of maintenance as a daily routine?
Definitely more idyllic than dealing with Night City and the NUSA, and having to deal with you know radiation leaking out downtown because they're doing construction.
Yeah.
Good news, with 6C improvement points, you too can retake the Nomad role body.
And that is something else he will be thinking about, as well as maybe saying about getting potentially getting a road bike at some point, and
Oh.
looking at customizing it and trying to, who knows, maybe trying to get back into that life.
Well, you might have that opportunity here sooner than you know. Uh,
Yeah.
Although, before any sort of errant messages come across your agent, uh, since I asked the question of Outback as he's taking a drive, at this very moment, you're in your hab, and polishing your gun and everything. Um, is Gopher? Does he hold any particular religious beliefs? Is he superstitious? Is he the kind of 40K machine spirit sort of thing, or agnostic, or is he completely, nope, I believe in what's in front of me, what I can hold, what I can touch, and like what are his what are a glimpse? You don't have to get too philosophical, but what's Gopher's take on this sort of stuff?
Uh, I think like a lot of the superstitious stuff and the religious stuff probably like it's fun to think about and you know food for thought, but beyond that, not really much point to it.
Okay. So not a lot of stock in superstition or religion. The gun you have is the one you know. You fix it. You tend to it. You're confident. You need no belief that it will work because you know it will. Because you're touching it. You're holding it. You're responsible for its care and maintenance.
Yeah. Like I guess to compare this to 2077, if he were to stop into Vix for some work, he might get a reading from Misty, but so just something to think about. But it's not going to be something that it's going to determine how he lives his life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not like
It's more
for entertainment
aspect.
purposes.
Yeah.
Something to consider, not really like take to heart, but
not like the Valentinos or the Voodoo Boys.
Yeah.
Well, you brought up an interesting aspect, and this is something that I can offer to you all as players, because I would want you all to effectively say yay or nay. There is an optional rule in this game that involves the tarot. And I have the tarot cards that I could have printed off. And what happens is, I'd have to bring it up again. I believe if you get a crit, I would draw a tarot card. And it might work also for, I believe it also works for enemies, so bear that in mind. But anytime there's a crit, I draw a tarot card, and the tarot card I reveal has an extra effect because your fate has been impacted in that moment by a traumatic or kinetic experience. I'll put that over in our channel, but that's something that we can bring up if you'd like to add that element.
I would kind of like to do that because would like a reason to use this. My entire D&D themed tarot deck.
Oh, all right.
Give me a second.
I actually have 2 tarot decks.
I
This is the
also
one
have the Major Arcana from Critical Role, so
This is a full 78. So if the ruling is just from Major Arcana, I would have to go pull those out of this, or find my other deck, which is around here somewhere.
Now it sounds like I need to go get one of those too.
You do not need to buy a tarot deck.
I dropped the rules in the in our chat, so I mean, feel free to look them over. You don't have to right now. Right now, we're not playing with that, but since we're easing into, especially as a first time long form GM to this game, I don't want to get every extra rule or every extra something because it could be a lot. So at least for tonight, we could bring that up. Okay. We can talk about the beliefs of the edge runners, and then also weigh that against if you as the players accept the extra rules to that supplement, and then we could find a fun way to work that in, whether or not that makes any of you a true believer or turns you from an atheist to at least a superstitious fellow. That's up to you all to guide your characters, but it could be a fun thing. But if all of you don't want to do it, if you're like, that's way too risky, or I like the idea but the effects are really harsh, we'll talk it out, but I wasn't going to impose that on you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just the Major Arcana. Okay.
Yep, it is just the Major Arcana.
Because the DLC for 2077 did add a few minor cards, but fine.
Then anything else, Gopher? In particular, while you have the focus, before I have some info given over to your agent.
I guess, assuming he hasn't already, we'll kind of send a text to uh, each of the other party members.
Oh,
That's
okay.
basically like, hey, it's Gopher from
From yesterday.
yeah. Just wanted to say hi and let you know, kind of like introductions, and if they want anything tuned up or modified or fixed, you can probably have a look at that kind of
Alright.
thing. So,
When you send that message out, does your we could presume that there's a way that you could append on a little avatar or user pic. Do you have any is it just a picture of your face? Is it your initials? Do you actually have like a little like cartoonish gopher that kind of like pops up? You get that notification, and there's like actually like a little gopher that comes up and speaks the words. When you text everyone, how do you come across to them?
honestly, I kind of like the cartoon gopher kind of popping up.
All right, so we got like a little Monty Mole or something coming up with by the all right. Okay, so then yeah, you as the rest of the players, whatever time of day this happens, you get that boop, a little gopher pops up on your agent, and you get the intro.
Oh my God! It's Mr. Rossetti. He's punishing me for cheating.
Love that.
Animal Crossing Night City. That's that exists. It's called the Happy Tree Friends. Yeah.
Ironically, the plot line of
Nook shows up in the Arasaka uniform and is like, so I'm from Requisitions.
Ironically, the plotline of Massive Debt is still the same. It's...
So that will go out, and you all can respond in kind. And in fact, I should ask Outback, now that we've introduced this other element, as you're talking with JP, and JP will have, something come up as well. What is your, both as you reply to him, but also as you reply back to Gopher, do you have any sort of fun little avatar? Is it just your initials? Is it like a selfie, looking all cool? What? You just like the color
Outback
red?
kind of has... Outback has a little bit of the Mr. Hands thing going on, wherein his profile picture is him, but it has a cowboy hat that shades most of his face.
Okay. All right,
Which
I
he
love
doesn't have in real life. He doesn't even own a cowboy hat.
So something like this.
Gopher, like that's your inspiration. You're like, oh, that looks cool, but I can make it better. All right. So we have a shady-faced cowboy. We have a little like Monty Mole or Mr. Rossetti Gopher. And before we go over then to Kiri and Drez, at some point as well, Gopher, you will be individually like not a group chat, because at least right now he wants to keep it personal. But JP, especially because you reached out to him. In fact, maybe this is what got him to even reply, because you showed an interest in making contact. You were the catalyst here. And you would get similar to what he spoke about to Outback, where take the day off to rest if you do, but tomorrow if you come by the Golden Dragon Tea House at noon, he has some Screamsheets that he'd like to run past you, and in a way that he feels that he can decipher them outside of what is obviously printed in the scream sheets. So if you're looking for a job, and he believes that you could find something, you can find a canned job pretty easy if you need to. But if you're looking for something more, come by, because he'll take you up on an offer to have things fixed and tuned up. But as he's a fixer, let him fix you up with something too. Then any other notes to or from Gopher for the day?
Not really, no.
Okay. Then we will move over. To Kiri and Drez. It is Sunday the 6th. It is cold. At least it's not as cold as it is in the desert. As you get the N54 weather report and such, I don't know. Do you ever wonder what the nomads feel? Because in the city, it's in the 40s Fahrenheit, or in the 4s. Kind of weird to say with the singular number in Celsius. Do you ever wonder what it's like for the nomads out in the desert, where the wind chill brings it down to whatever, or that the weather patterns, despite being not that far away, seem so drastically different?
T-Rex probably hasn't given it a lot of thought before.
Yeah.
As Outback is probably the first nomad she's actually had personal contact with, as most nomads tend to leave most city folk, as it's apparent that she's city folk, tend to leave them alone.
Yeah, you're probably about the epitome, minus maybe being an exec.
Yeah, so she's really never had any interactions with anyone.
What was your impression then, D-Rez? This is your first close contact with a nomad. Was he as rough and tumble as everyone talks about, or as gruff or stinky? Or was he a nice guy that defies all the stereotypes, or what?
He seemed pretty laid back. He didn't seem like he was overly cautious terribly. He was there at the hook for the same reason as the rest of us, was to earn a little bit of scratch. So,
well, if you want to make any assumptions on appearance-wise, I can tell you base 10 wardrobe and style, base 6 personal grooming.
He's a little disheveled, but the I don't know. I can understand the practicality and comfortability of what he was dressed in. Obviously, my choice of outward style outside of my apartment is maybe a lot for most.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of half influenced by Japanese kimonos and half influenced by being, a pop idol or a rocker boy of some kind. And, I'm a lot to take in. So, but when I'm at home, it's a t-shirt. It's maybe some comfortable shorts, but that's really about it. I don't dress like that on a daily basis. That's the outside wear. That's the persona. When I'm sitting at my PC and my terminal and just surfing the city web that way, I'm doing so in a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
And that's where I am currently. I probably got up very early in the morning, as afternoon nap kind of made everything as far as the amount of sleep, or how much sleep I wanted to get in that moment. It affected that quite a bit. So I'm probably up early in the morning at my PC, just kind of scrolling, just doing some research on the hook itself and the bozos, just to get an idea of them, but also kind of trying to pick apart from my memory what the code was like, in order to see if there's some kind of basis to what Kiri was saying yesterday, in that, was the code jumbled because of a virus, or was it Mikhail who actually codes this way?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is she's to kind of tie into a little bit of her superstition, she's very superstitious of net ghosts.
Yeah.
Because she thinks that she's seeing one herself, and if that sort of thing infected the Hook by piggybacking off her, like, how did she's kind of spiraling a little bit in this whole what if thought this early in the morning, and just trying to make sense of it all. This is how she processes, is that she just sits in front of her PC, looking things over, kind of gauging her own memory, just kind of, because she's very intelligent. She remembers a lot of things. So it's very hard for her to forget anything.
So it sounds like then, with D-Res being superstitious, she can like spike emotionally, but as a coping mechanism, she just tries to flood her brain with information, since understanding defeats fear.
Yes.
Okay. Does Sunday have any particular superstitious or bordering on religious significance to you, or is this just another day and you could be attacked by a ghost on any day?
Given that she knows that there's a lot of iconography in specific regions of the city that kind of either lean into Catholicism or lean into Buddhism, she's seen monks kind of walking around before in the city. She's definitely aware of all of the different kinds of people that are drawn to Night City, and how their backgrounds kind of meld into this whole pot. And so, while she may not have any personal significance to Sunday, given her background, she does know that plenty of people do, and it's not something that she begrudges anybody for. It's just a thing people do. It's another thing that people do for their daily lives, especially if they need it. Some kind of socializing, or some kind of hopeful thing to wish for, or it makes sense logically in her mind why someone would have something like that, but she never really felt connected like that herself. It's just another aspect of Night City that, if you go running around Haywood, there's a lot of Catholic influence. You go running around Japantown, there's a lot of Shinto shrines. You go running around, other sections of the city, and there may be other superstitious, iconography or religious things of sorts. It's just another element of the city she grew up in.
And speaking of that, well, it sounds like your mind is pretty focused on recent events. Are you thinking at all that not too far away, because now of everyone, and this would even include JP, well, hopefully we'll get Night Mage in tonight. But you're the closest to where this radiation would be leaking. You're not in any sort of a hot zone in that regard, but I'd say that you're like the specific like net architecture, or like the land, like the network for the mega building that you're in, like it itself as an entity, let alone as something wider for the city net. would recommend that you don't leave the mega building, and if you do, you get in a vehicle or you spend no more than a half hour if possible, because the winds could shift and put you in danger. Otherwise, you are assured, TM, that if you stay in the mega building, that the concrete's thick enough, you don't have to worry about it. And also, you really don't have to worry about heat, because of the fact of the structure that you live in. So is the cold or the radiation on your mind at all, or if
Yeah.
on this day or overall, does she consider where she's living to actually be a privileged life of some variety, or is this just normal for her, or like she actually wants more than what's here? What are these thoughts?
The mega building, being as protected as it is probably the best place for her to be right now during this sort of, like Curie called it, a rad storm, where there's the possibility that radiation could leak out into the city away from Corpo Plaza. And so staying in is kind of Drez's plan, and to occupy her time in this small amount of space. There's not a whole lot to do in the apartment, so there's other shops and things that she could go to if she wanted to entertain herself, as the mega building by itself is its own sort of city structure.
Yeah, you really don't have to ever leave if you don't want to.
Even with the apartment being as small as it is, and people being crammed in here as much as they do, she definitely feels a little bit safer, a little bit more privileged living inside an apartment in the mega building rather than on the bunking it up in one of the concrete corridors, as she had done possibly in the past.
Has your neighbor ever left the mega building, as far as you know?
I don't think so. They barely even leave their own apartment. But
you've never seen
on
her,
the
have you?
occasion, we've talked through her door.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever seen each other face to face. Which I can understand why. I mean, there's scop vending in every apartment, and it's so long as you have the amenities, why go anywhere else? But at the same time, it's nice to get out, for me at least. But I'm not really feeling the need to get out in this moment. It's very much a day of trying to piece together what it is that happened to us, because it's bizarre that it happened, and it's bizarre that it happened at a time where we were the most vulnerable, and she can't get it out of her mind that maybe that there was something there that was trying to get rid of us and steal the tech. There was a lot of possibilities brought up yesterday, and she's kind of thinking about all of them.
Well, let's see if we can pull you out of this spiral, if only momentarily, because you are definitely going down a rabbit hole with all this, Drez. Or in this case, if you're going down a rabbit hole, let another varmint help uplift you out of it as you get a little gopher. Now, is your agent connected to your brain, or do you actually have an external device for it?
I don't have an external device. It's all by hollow.
Okay. So then, as you're typing and you're connecting, you're trying to understand, you're having this conspiracy theory, spiral going on. Then in the corner, like in your peripheral vision, you just get this little little critter pop up, and as you read the message from Gopher. What does your avatar look like? If you have one.
Kind of a chibified version of myself
Okay.
in my everyday wear.
Okay. Well, wait, in your everyday, like in the apartment, or you mean the like Asian pop?
No, like the Asia pop sort of
Okay.
style where she's just the cutesy version of herself, you know,
Okay.
just to blur that line a little bit. Yep.
The outer self, as some thoughts might say.
Mm-hmm.
She would, looks like we're gonna have Night Mage soon as well.
We would possibly.
Excellent.
She would text back, you know, that he was very proficient with a gun. She'd be probably very matter of fact with it. She's she might have a good social pool, but she's not necessarily good at meeting new people very well.
Okay.
But she's, I don't know, in a way, kind of complimenting him on his guns, I guess, the best that she can, because she doesn't know a thing about guns. So
It's
even
nice shit,
with living with Kiri for so long, that you know the technical specifications of a gun and how to maintain it, it kind of is beyond her a little bit.
I like to imagine D-Res constantly refers to it as a clip, and it deals 1 psychic damage to Kiri every time.
Okay. And then, of course, you'll have your interaction with Gopher, and you will also get a message after that, because Gopher's the catalyst for this communication. So this will be from JP. Now, when we get to you, Kiri, like, he is addressing everyone individually, even though you two are roomies. You know, professionalism, or at least told until he could do so otherwise. But similar to you, D-Rez, you'll get him pop up with whatever he describes JP's little avatar, if he has one, looks like. Same thing. You're certainly a competent enough net runner. I suppose you could find a hustle whenever you want. But I was looking at this week's Scream Sheets in the Sunday paper, or like the Sunday Scream Sheets, and I found a few things that might be of interest to you. If you're free, join me at the Golden Dragon Tea House tomorrow at noon, and I'd be glad to give you my professional take on what you see and what you don't in the Scream Sheets. Maybe I can help fix you up with a higher paying job.
Speaking of the fixer himself.
Oh. Hey, copy link, and let's get it over in the cam.
Hello.
I always personally believed that JP, their avatar, would just be himself.
Very well,
Fixer
might be.
Fixer's all about that brand recognition.
He is, yeah. He is his own brand. So what we'll do is we'll go to Kiri, and then JP will finish our Sunday morning exercise with you here.
Sounds great.
Kiri, I mean, you don't have to be in the apartment. Obviously, you wake up, and there's a point where you two are together. Do you do anything in particular on Sundays? Whether it's religious, or you have a morning constitutional that you go on, or do you do 10 20 push-ups every morning? What's your Sunday like?
So, obviously, yeah, Kiri wakes up early in the morning. Double A, because of the afternoon nap, but B, because of the fact that she just doesn't sleep very much. She doesn't need a lot of sleep. And that's from, her days as a corporate ninja, basically being able to subsist on the minimum.
Hmm.
But it's normally just a morning constitutional. She'll meditate, maybe do a little bit of chanting.
Shintoism?
Maintenance, armor maintenance. A little bit of like Buddhist belief, a little bit of Shinto belief, a little bit of Hindu belief.
Is this are these recitations then religious, or is this just more a meditative or like a calming exercise, like a centering.
They would, whilst the chants and things would be religious in origin, the way that she practices it is more generally spiritual than ascribed to any particular process, a religious process. So it is more calming, centering, and focus than it is any religious affectation.
Okay.
But whilst Drez does kind of descend into the rabbit hole a little bit, she does speak up, having been, whilst Drez is at a computer curious on the bed doing her meditation, probably finishing up, given that she's been in there. She would have been in that meditative state until before Drez woke up. And it's probably been about an hour since then. Because she could stay in those trances for a very long time.
Okay.
And I imagine as she's coming out of it, she probably speaks up. D.
Yeah.
Deep breath. I can hear your heart beating out of your chest from here.
I'm just trying to make sense of it. Just trying to understand what happened. That's all I'm doing. You see that the screen is full of just tabs and tabs of things that she's been looking at.
It's a digital conspiracy board.
Now, I get that, D. I do. I get that better than just about anyone, given the amount of time that we've spent together. However, and this is something I need you to take to heart, fretting over it and being paranoid is only going to make you draw wrong conclusions.
Maybe, but maybe it'll help me draw the right conclusion.
Let me put it to you this way. Can you change what happened?
No.
Do you have any information readily at hand as to who may have done it? Are they in front of you? Do you have a name?
That's
Do
what
you
I'm
have a
trying to
face?
figure out.
The point is that you don't go down the rabbit hole chasing those things, you let them come to you. If you're meant to know, then you will know. If you're not meant to know, then it doesn't matter outside of the fact that you survived. And that is the important thing. If they cross your path once again and make trouble, that's just another chance.
How are you so calm about this?
Because of the fact, Dave. And her eyes open, and she looks to Drez with a. It's not like an irritated expression or anything like that. It's just that general blank expression that she's got. Because D, fretting about the things that I can't change doesn't do anything. It's unproductive. I'd much rather spend the time earning money so that we can continue to live. Or maybe buy each other something nice. Fulfilling needs, and on top of that, enrichment. If we're meant to know, then it'll come across our paths, and as soon as it does, then we can act on it. But trying to chase that quote-unquote purple dragon, it doesn't serve much, does it? If you get the information, what are you going to do with it? Is it just to know? Are you going to be able to action what you find? Are you sure you really
Ideally,
want
I'd
to know
do
the
something
answer?
about it, yeah.
I don't know what much there is to do about a horrific simulation where we fought a werewolf full of leeches.
But like you were saying yesterday, it could have been some kind of virus. It could have been some kind of, I don't know, Mikhail, touching on things he shouldn't have. I need to know these things, because if that's true, then we can
Yes,
do
but
something about
D-
it and talk to him about it.
But D, the truth is going to come out in the wash regardless.
But I
And
can't
she-
do
she-
nothing.
She stands on the bed. She stands up off the bed and comes over to D, kind of leaning over it, even placing like a tiny kiss to her temple in a calming gesture. I'm not saying not to do nothing. I'm saying to take a breath and let it come to you. Things all have to work out in the end.
She just kind of slumps in the chair a little bit.
It probably makes her muscles feel better too, because she probably didn't even realize how tense she was, like sitting upright in the chair, focusing.
Mm. Yeah,
Because that does happen when you hyperfixate. It's just like,
Yeah.
as soon as you realize, you're like, oh yeah, no, I was actually really tense.
Kiri, do you have an external agent, or are you also hooked up to your brain?
She's actually got both.
Oh,
The internal agent is for communication. It's a holophone for communication and everything. The external agent is actually for the specifically for the fashion bonuses. The like it's a specific device for what's hot, what's not, like a personal wardrobe assistant.
I see. Okay.
Kiri wears the same stuff regardless, but it's nice to know what's hot.
Well,
Then
it's also a matter of like mechanically you can also provide bonuses for other things.
Yeah, it's for wardrobe style bonuses.
then in classic fashion, you have this moment of calm, of peace, of trying to resolve, and you get this whoop. Wouldn't you know, it's Gopher, who
And the worst thing about that too is that's Sans. That's Sans' voice, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Yep.
So Gopher pops up and dibbles at you about hey, if you need stuff fixed up and everything. Kiri, what does your avatar look like? If
So,
you have one, it
Kiri's
could just be a
avatar-
nothing or initials or.
So Kiri's avatar is because she does have one. It's kind of like it's a little bit chibi, like the reses of a nondescript woman wearing a kitsune mask.
Okay. All right. Well, you can reply back to Gopher. Of course, he's offering his fix 'em up services. And speaking of fixers, you of course are also going to get your text from JP. Saying same thing. Hey, come to the Golden Dragon tomorrow around noon. I'm looking over the Sunday Screamsheets. And while I believe that you're a woman fully capable of finding, something to hustle this week, in the can jobs, I might be able to find something better for you.
And Kiri would kind of look over both messages for a moment and respond to Gopher. It's like, I'm fine. It's like I'm fine on general services, but maybe there might be something more that pops up at JP's if you receive that message. And she sends JP an acknowledgement that that she'll make sure that both D and her are there. We've got an appointment.
Yeah.
The response back to that is just a teacup emoji.
Love it.
And Kiri just kind of smile. She likes tea.
All right.
And Gopher will probably
Go ahead,
reply, Yeah, I did get the message from him. I'll probably be out there.
All right. Well then, JP, it sounds like you're gathering together a team of teens with attitude for your Power Rangers here tomorrow at noon at the Golden Dragon. So you get to play Zordon and give them jobs, including yourself. Now, on that note,
Like what I signed up for, boss.
Do we get the cell phone transformation devices, or are they the belt ones?
Well, mine's in my head. I don't know where you put yours.
The Sentai transformation devices have been
yeah,
wild.
No, right, no, not a Sentai transformation device here. Got a rider transformation device.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, fancy rider over here.
Man, and over here I'm just a big bad Beetleborg, so I don't know where I fit in.
Well, I guess then my Megazord doesn't have its left leg.
Ooh, rough.
Now, real quick, Night Mage, did you get to watch the VOD from last week? Did you see the conclusion to the Halloween special / like intro arc with Mikael and all the spooky stuff?
I admittedly did not, but I did kind of pick through and read the back messages and kind of get an idea of what was going on.
Okay. So you are back in the real world. Mikael's in the hospital, and he is presumed to get out on Tuesday when at least you, and of course you can reaffirm that you certainly don't mind acting as the other's agents to make sure that they get paid, because that also means that, you know, that's your reputation, and you got to get paid too for your participation.
That's right.
So that's presumed to be Tuesday, is when he'll be out of the hospital from getting beat up by a bunch of clowns. But tomorrow you're free, and you can go over things. You can go over the scream sheets with him. So today is Sunday the 6th. It is cold and clear. And also it is radioactive, at least if you're downtown by the like corporate district, because they're doing some construction, and it's presumed that whatever scab they're picking is going to let radiation leak out. So where you're at, you're safe if you wanted to walk out. I mean, you're going to need a coat, otherwise exposure. I wouldn't go too much past Chinatown, or in particular, the Little Kowloon area. If anything, actually, all that metal might help buffer you from the winds if it's carrying radiation, or just the little pew-pew particles of it that make their way. And you got a pretty sweet spot on the water. It's not frozen over by any means. But on this Sunday, on this cold Sunday, are you, apparently, besides sending out some messages to everyone, because you made sure everyone on the team had a business card, so you were role played very well that way. Is this kind of a day off for you? Is JP religious at all, or what does he do on a quiet Sunday like this?
JP's almost morning ritual is that he pulls out some of the music from the 20s and the 30s, and he plays that while he, does your personal grooming and puts the oils in his hairs and gets his mohawk into place. Then he gets dressed. He has a little cup of kibble that he pretends is tea, because it's tea flavored kibble. And he looks out over the water as he does his, he talks. Since most of his communication is done with Drake, his internal agent, he just kind of like is an old man talking to himself while looking out at the water.
Oh, I love it.
Business with Jake.
I see that in my mind's eye. I love it. Okay. Oh, are you pulling in your plants? It is cold today.
Yeah.
I don't have any plants. That's not true. I have a couple of avocado trees, but they're already inside.
Okay.
Well, I think it's a very important question. You said music from the 20s and 30s. Are we talking Louis Armstrong or Cardi B? Which 20s are we? Which 20s are we talking about here?
So in Cyberpunk, it would be things like samurai.
Okay, 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. It is 2064, so for him, 2020, the 20s is the 2020s.
Yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't say it's impossible for people to be still listen to 1920s music, but
So this is
No,
bringing
probably
you
not.
back. You're
But that'd
listening to
be
the oldies that
super
are bringing you
cool.
back to your youth.
Right, when he was a teenager in his early 20s and
Uh,
before Red happened, basically.
is this how you ended up learning street slang? Because your primary language is French, correct?
Oh yeah,
So when
Well, he
you were
probably
young,
would've-
did you
yeah.
listen to music to help you learn?
probably,
Okay,
as well as being crammed in with all the other refugees
yeah,
when the bomb went off.
yeah. That was a jumble of people all the time, everywhere. uh, and that was very much an adapt or perish situation too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One of the
It's
things that can be
it's
hard to
actually funny.
quantify. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's actually really funny because Kiri and JB would probably be able to bond over that. That's how Kiri learned street slang as well, was music.
Oh yeah, I see that because JP kind of was a solo in disguise, for his being when he was a corporate
Yeah.
bodyguard, corporate goon. But it's an interesting dynamic that can sometimes be hard to process when you look at JP. Is that he's not ridden the elevator once. He's not starting his first ride. He's actually gone up and down the elevator a couple of times in his life already.
Yeah.
He's no longer there for the elevator ride. He actually has one grand purpose in mind for the momentum that he's building now.
You've forgotten more in your life than D-Rez has ever learned in her short one so far.
Right? Things like that. So, JP probably spends most of his morning just talking to himself as he settles affairs, gets messages out, keeps in contact with some of the other contacts that he has throughout the different gangs in Chinatown.
What does your avatar look like as you're sending the messages out? If you have one, it could just be your initials, or it could be a color or whatever.
So, the profile picture is, of course, just like a picture of JP. But if there's ever a virtuality instance, it's actually the avatar for the Drake agent, which is his internal agent.
Okay.
So it'd be like a little sleek, probably like black and chrome dragon thing.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's you. It's just a nice, crisp picture of yourself.
Yep.
You are, yeah. You're your own promoter as a fixer, so that would make sense. That was presumed earlier in the session as well, that it would probably just be your face, like your actual.
The other thing
face.
that makes it good to use his actual face is sometimes as a fixer you come across someone's new number, and they may not remember your number, but if it's just your face, they know who the number is.
All right. And on this Sunday, are you religious at all, JP? Spiritual, superstitious? Are you too you're too old and wise beyond that, or are you just finding religion in some way? If not a Western, then an Eastern one?
The only religion that JP was really exposed to growing up as an edge runner was transhumanism and anti-transhumanism, right? And even that was just kind of like on the brushes because of there's always protesters on the corners. There's that monk brotherhood of anti-transhumanists, but other than that, JP has always just realized that the life is a grind.
Okay.
And his religion is a cup of tea. A meticulous, ordered life that is interspread with the chaos of entropy.
Hmm.
And it allows him to compartmentalize when he has control and when he doesn't, and maintain a confident attitude between the two transitions.
That's a beautifully worded coping mechanism. Thank you.
Yeah.
personally, I love seeking balance. It's sort of my cosmic nature. So I can vibe as you were describing this. I'm like, oh, I am also I'm also an old man who's clearly in my 20s and no older, who needs to who understands that strife happens, but I'm gonna quantify it here, and then you have the back and forth and you keep things kind of going along without tipping too
Use
far.
the cup of tea to balance. It's like a reset moment. You just go, okay, I'm gonna have this cup of tea, and then we're just gonna take control of what we can. After that, depending on how late it gets, usually by 1 o'clock, he starts to, go around and physically check on people that he knows, make sure none of his old contacts have bit the bullet yet, as old people do.
Yeah.
And that's his afternoon until he gets to the tea house.
Okay. No, perfectly fine. Sunday is yours. Like I said, unless you're going seeking, which as a fixer, you would know that there's opportunity in everything. And if the city has said avoid downtown because of radiation, you just know there's going to be people who go there because there's less people, so I'm going to go rummage around, or I'm going to try and find something, and then probably also die of radiation poisoning. But what's that?
Yeah. The conspiracy theorists who don't believe that it's just construction.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The guys that go and I want to see what they're really building.
Exactly. Do you play the body lotto at all, JP?
Yeah, he does it once a week, but I didn't have enough money to buy a ticket.
Okay.
Because I am $0 broke.
Yeah. Well, we'll fix that. We'll fix that on Tuesday. So soon enough, you'll be able to get your weekly ticket here. Okay. You know what? I should have asked that as well for the other characters. In the past, have any of you ever gone out of your way to play the body lotto, or? I
think I said this after session, but say it again on session. Only on New Year's.
Yeah. I wish you didn't. Now I'm crying.
Yeah. Also, I was looking through my character sheet and I realized in the life path thing, my most valued possession was a deck of cards. So.
Now you're all
tarot cards.
Has
my
Gopher ever
mom's
played
old
body lotto?
Probably once in a blue moon or something.
Okay. What about D-Res and Kiri? Have either of you ever bought a body lotto ticket, or was it ever a part of the tradition? Like in some households around Christmas, you might get some scratch-off tickets in your stocking or something. Has there been a kind of a morbid modern custom where you've received a body lotto ticket as a gift for? Well, Kiri, might be for New Year's. Instead of money, or including money, you'd also get a body lotto ticket. Like, hey, hopefully you'll win. And
it's something that she's always seen on the TV as something announced during the morning news or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really something that she's actively participated in too often.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be on occasion, maybe received it as gifts, maybe bought one or two herself over the last couple of years, but it's nothing common.
Just had an image of you at a Combini, and the guy's like, you want to buy a body lotto ticket, and you want to kill him just for suggesting it, but instead of that you buy it.
Yeah, that's actually really funny.
I can either gamble on the people who've died, or I could add to it.
All right.
Decisions.
Yeah, don't attack convenience store owners in Night City. They put up with enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in D&D terms, they're the retired level 20 fighter who just starts a tavern to calm down. And
Right. What you don't know is the 3 turrets that are in the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly.
In Night City,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
the only
bonus
difference between
credits solo.
Night City, the only difference between an ATM and a convenience store is whether you're using a card or a gun.
So, JP, unless there's anything in particular that you wanted to bring up that you would do through custom, if not on particular, on a Sunday, then just on a day like this, you all have had you've had your Sundays, you've established some baseline communication after the fact. Was there anything, JP, that you wanted to bring up? Or out of character, did you have questions on anything we resolved last session?
Nope. Yeah, okay. I just made a cheeky comment of being like, catch me with money, and it might be a different story about what I want to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't that the way?
Options when you have some money, limited. When you have no money, way less.
Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta check on my boy.
Yep. Do your thing.
D-Rez only has a little bit of pocket money.
That's the fun question. Who currently has the most money in the group? It looks like Outback has $410.
I think I
Not
have
even
like 500 left over from character gen.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
300.
Out of that machine.
I got 410. I don't even have half of my monthly costs yet, so.
I got a big old goose egg.
Me too. Me too.
Wow.
I ran it down to 0.
She's had transient funds that have gone into food.
Well.
I did that too.
Let's see what the tarot says about our, fortunately, 0 money people right now. Judgment.
Nice.
No kidding. Literally shuffled and pulled Judgment upright.
Wonderful.
What about the people who have money?
Let's see.
And reading through the Night City Tarot,
The moon reversed.
Judgment's effect is the victim suffers crushed fingers, critical injury on one of their hands, and dismembered hand, critical injury on the other.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah, they
Y'all are broke
are.
because your hands are too.
I mean, you need to roll at least 3 6s to trigger that instead of a regular crit.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is 3 6s, not the double, but yeah.
Yeah, the double is
and
just
only one per session. And I think both attacker and defender have to be susceptible to critical injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if that was more than once per session, having a potential of a 1 in 22 chance of that happening every critical.
Well, like, most of these give critical injuries, and they're not fun.
Yeah, no. I saw the tower, and it was very funny.
Well, it's like death. Victim must immediately roll a death save.
Yeah. Death is fun.
Yeah, if they fail, they fall unconscious for a minute. After they awaken, they regain 3d6 humanity.
Also, I just want to say, the art on the cards I have is
I'm
absolutely
sorry. You
stunning.
crit someone and they regain humanity if they survive it?
Yeah, because they had a brush with death.
Yep, it's basically, it's a brush with death. Yeah, the victim must immediately roll a single death save. If they fail, they are reduced to 0 HP and knocked unconscious for a minute. Upon regaining consciousness, the victim regains 3d6 humanity points up to their maximum from the experience.
Someone do that to me real quick.
Oh, yeah, you're just farming humanity from getting knocked out.
I'm gonna hand you this shotgun. And you're gonna shoot me until you crit.
Kiri's our humanity. Kiri's our humanity farms Kirio light melee weapon.
Yeah, go for over here, just handing
And
out
there's also
humanity with every shell.
Hierophant. Hierophant is like, oh yeah, you do double damage, except now your gun is completely broken and can't be repaired.
Good thing I get all my guns from a vending machine.
Bunch of polys.
Sunday passes, Monday comes around, and I presume all of you were going to go meet at the Golden Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like an interesting place.
Out of curiosity, because I looked at the timeline and it didn't give any kind of timeline for this. What kind of state is Delamain in, as far as like the company goes?
Ooh,
Right
Delamain,
now,
I
he
believe.
would, in the 60s, would still be controlled by a human board.
Yeah, because I know in 2077, Delamain's like a relatively new thing.
Yeah, there's a shard, and it's somewhere. It's like 72 or 73 that the human board, like Delamain, maneuvers the human board to leave him to his own devices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's just an AI assistant at the Delamain company right now.
That was in the
Well,
it was
he's
in like the garage
yeah.
terminals or something where it goes over the notes and like the how the workers or whatever are starting to get replaced and they're getting grumpy and stuff like that.
Because they get the Delamain AI to replace the drivers because the drivers can't drive apparently, and then the AI replaces the techs,
Repair.
then middle management, then buys
Pushes
himself
out.
out.
Yep.
Hey, guess what? I'm in control of 70% of operations. Get out of my driving shop.
Yeah.
Now today is it's nice, it's cool and clear. Highs in the 50s, or 10, 11 in
The
Celsius.
radiation?
Nope, the
No
radiation is
radiation
passed.
today.
The construction still continues, but whatever they were working on that produced it is either sealed
didn't
back
break
up
any
or
new
was
ground.
extracted and removed. So there might be some sort of lingering radiation if you're in the area where something protective, but you don't need to worry about it blowing through town or anything in particular. So if you want to walk, you can walk, or you can take some other transportation.
They were probably breaking ground, is why there would have been new radiation in the air.
Pouring new.
So they just like, yep, no,
foundation.
everything's passed, and yep.
Now
They sprayed the rat away.
And stuff.
On the way here, and each of you are welcome to give if you have any particular commentary, but I'm going to specifically prompt Kiri. Because Kiri, you're from Japan, and you tend to stay. If you're not in the mega building, there's at least that little marketplace that you indulge in, which is sort of an extension of like Japantown. Being in a similar but different area in Little China, and now as you're getting particularly into like this Little Kowloon, which is just these habstacks, even more than like the nice architecture. Where you're still getting some Chinese culture. Do you have any particular thoughts and feelings? Is it always interesting seeing how similar yet far apart, or is there some sort of begrudging culture clash, be it modern or ancient? What are you feeling as you come in and you see the dragons, you see the flags and lanterns, but they're not the same as what you grew up with and what you're used to?
Well, I mean, the thing there is that, like, Japanese culture borrows quite a large amount from Chinese culture. Like, it is considered, like, if
The
people
first
who are
alphabet.
deep within it, it's considered very much the father culture, as it were. To the point where, like, they even have their own names for Chinese legends. Like, for example, Journey to the West, Sun Wukong in Japanese is known as Kitang Dasha.
Yeah, kanji came from Chinese, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And kanji came from the Chinese pictographs. So she doesn't have any begrudgment. It's one of those things of the culture is still somewhat hers. She would say, "Oh, I'm Chinese," but it's like it's like she knows a lot of the cultural norms and things like that. But she also has that little bit that makes her different, just like Japanese culture has its things that make it different from Chinese culture.
Is there any sort of resentment that was taught or brought up, or at least you've been made aware of through your Arasaka upbringing? At this point in time, speaking of things like Delamain, like Kang Tao exists, but it's still a small company that I think just recently restructured into being a Chinese company instead of a Taiwanese company. So they're
nothing specific. Like,
okay.
it's one of those things that, like, corporate wise, especially when she was with Sokka, the Chinese didn't really have any megacorps that
Yeah.
even remotely rivaled them. Like, yeah, there were small ones. They either got bought out or integrated in other ways. But
20 years ago, 2040's Kang Tao restructured.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I guess the other thing to keep in mind too is that the Japanese-Chinese situation resolves a bit differently because China doesn't get all the help from the West like it did after World War II in Cyberpunk, and Japanese, Japan exploded and became like the massive powerhouse in the Southeast instead of China and Japan being roughly equal.
yeah,
So it's almost like they're humble in a way, I guess, towards the Chinese.
Okay. Well, good to ask these cultural questions to explore, and of course, if any of your other characters have anything in particular, like Drez, whether or not it's a conflict of familial heritage or ethnicity between India and China, or if it's just, oh yeah, you know what, I've been here a couple times before, and there's a good noodle shop here. Nothing like what's in the mega building, but I'm here for the food, or if there's something, you're welcome to provide any sort of commentary as you're entering this part, which is just stacked hab units, just up and up and up, is what you see here. Do any of you want to philosophize or observe or give a little anecdote of, oh yeah, this one time when I was here?
Drez has probably traveled most of the city, so she doesn't really have a car per se. She's done a lot of public transit and walking, but has definitely there's maybe like info dumping on Kiri about some things that she's learned about what's happened recently, or
And Kiri,
because it's what she does to
nodding
calm
and
herself.
taking it in, and nodding and taking it in.
All right. Yeah, I can visualize this happening. Certainly.
Drez is an info dump. She knows plenty of things, and she's done a lot of looking at things up. She does not. She just info dumps when someone will actually listen.
Outback, as you're presumably driving into the city, are you parking your car here, or what are you doing to hopefully be able to come back to a fully intact car?
Definitely no, not parking here. Especially like seeing that the address is in like Little Kowloon. Like all of the Japantown and Chinatown area is probably very heavily Tiger Claws. Fun fact about them, they started as a motorcycle club, so he's not going to give a vehicle-based gang any potential at his ride.
Okay, go ahead.
So he's parking like a district over and walking, even if it's dangerous to be outside the vehicle.
If the conversation comes up and Kiri and Drez said, "Oh yeah, we can get you like guest parking, in our garage," would you want to park in their mega building and walk with them? If you trust mega building parking garages.
I mean, the thing is that they probably have a spot that doesn't get used, so they can just be like, "Yeah, you can park at our spot," and Kiri can flick you the deeds.
I mean, yeah, sounds good to him.
Okay.
Because that's the thing with mega building apartments, is that they normally come with you normally get a parking spot.
And Kiri nor Drez have a vehicle, so.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, we can flick you the deeds and you can use that. We can just label it as like, yeah, that's our spot, and this guy's allowed to park in it.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Anyone
then the
questions,
three
you
of you
shoot them.
hoof it over. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Well, I just said if anyone questions it, shoot 'em.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
shoot him coming over. Okay. Gopher, are you walking over? Are you or do you have any particular observations? Because compared, like, you live in a singular stack. This is it's not a mega building, but it's pretty big. Way more claustrophobic than the one you're living in. Do you have any particular observations in your however you make your way over here that are cultural, economic, or just structural?
Probably.
Did you try and get an apartment here at some point in time?
Nah.
All right. Well,
have blood fight.
This kind of area.
I would say, in your professional opinion, the stack you're in, it does have faults. Here, the faults are also electrical and perhaps plumbing, and it's certainly more haphazard than the one that you're in. Because
If it's literally,
Yeah.
if it's literally like Kowloon, it would also
Yeah.
be structural. You
Yeah.
could traverse all of Kowloon without ever going to the ground.
Yeah.
So
They would just
I guess
build
by
bridges.
comparison, in your own world, this mini world is not what you would prefer, and in context, going back to your place, that certainly it has its fixer-upper moments, but it's not like living here. And in fact, as all of you do get into the street, it's like entering a canyon. Just the walls rise up around you. Kiri, in a way, this would almost be like the scrapyard, except you know for sure people live here all the time and not just come scrounging. You would pass by street performers. You'd pass by buskers. You'd pass by people who, if you weren't in a group or otherwise being wary or traveling with determination, might try to bump into you and relieve you of pocket money. But it's easy to get to here. It is easy to get to the Golden Dragon. Part of the instructions would have been to tell the lady who meets you that that JP requested your presence, and then you would be seated at a table. So while it is light out, it is noon. Well, it's a little bit before. It's almost as dark as it would be as if it was just night, because of the way that all of these shipping containers have been stacked and are overarching. And at least on the inside here, the outside looks like it does, but the inside has a very traditional look to it, where the owner has tried to make this on the interior an authentic place for you all.
And Kiri would sit authentically, like legs behind her on knees. Prim posture. Doesn't need a cushion. Doesn't want one. Like tatami is fine.
Oh, hardcore
Yep.
even.
Outback does not sit authentically.
Legs crossed, probably.
More like, butt on the ground, one leg bent so his knee's up, and he's got his arm resting on that.
Ah, okay, yeah. I can envision that.
I mean, technically, that is technically a way that you can sit like that. Although it's not, you don't want to do that in like a formal setting. You can technically do that.
I think
on a
Gopher will
cushion,
probably
cross-legged.
cushion and cross-legged.
And D-Rez?
Cushion and cross-legged.
All right.
Like Gopher said, just
Uh,
she doesn't do well without the back of a seat.
oh, yeah, that would be a little achy. Speaking of aching,
Neither does
JP,
that.
how do you sit here? How are your knees?
So once JP, comes to the table, he greets everyone, says hello, and then he very slowly lowers himself down using the edge of the table onto his knees, but he has a firm, stiff back, and he just lets the cushion do most of the work.
Yeah, so like Kiri, but with a cushion.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
JP, you're asked if you would like the usual for your meetings to be served.
Oh yes, of course. And
Sure.
if there's anything else you guys want,
There'd be
see it is then.
what is it? Dim sum is like the appetizer spread in Chinese. It's like the little like finger
I
foods.
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, not dim sum. Yum cha.
Is that what what's
Is
dim
it-
sum then?
Is that Korean?
The dim sum is just a kind of finger food. That's
Oh,
served
okay.
in a larger yum cha platter.
Okay. Well, so you get the nice older lady that you've worked with for a while now, bows courteously, and she shuffles off to start preparing that. And I'll bring up the screen sheet when you're ready to go over it, and of course if you all have questions, I'll interpret even if it's through JP's mouth here. But right now, if you all in a calm environment want to do any other intros or role playing, do that, and then when you're ready to get down to business to defeat the Huns, then let me know.
I
See you all again, I guess.
I pour out the tea for everyone.
Certainly
And
under
I say-
much better circumstances.
It is a pleasure seeing you all again. Thank you for agreeing to meet. I'm going to make sure tomorrow morning that our friend returns safely from the hospital so that we can get our money. And,
I'm gonna have a
basically-
few words for him too.
Would you like to write them down? Would you like to come with me?
Well, I was planning on being there.
Oh, okay then. I'll send for a car in the morning.
Send for a
Or
car.
I suppose if the no man is willing.
I'll drive you there, but I don't like going into the hospitals. Those trauma team people freak me out.
They do have
Yeah.
a distinctly robotic gait about them.
Yeah.
How about you, Gopher?
Given everything that's happened, I feel like we're due some extra eddies.
Well, the car only seats 4, so y'all can either squeeze or we can strap one of you to the top.
Diraz can sit on my lap.
Is that a crack at me at how small I am?
It'd be the easiest way to squeeze. And she kind of looks at D like, I'm just thinking practically. What are you thinking?
I mean, I guess there's also, shove one of you in the trunk, but
I mean,
it might look a little
I can't
suspicious.
disagree that I'm the smallest out of us here. So
Well,
if anyone
I
was gonna get
mean-
shoved in a trunk, it'd be me.
Gopher doesn't need to go if he doesn't want to, but we can definitely make his sentiments known.
Well, yeah, we obviously deserve more than what Mikhail was actually proposing, because we cleared out the hook of the bozos. Actually, like myself specifically, the program that he had designed is flawed and could be rewritten.
Did you copy it?
Well, the actual brain dance, no, I didn't have that much storage on me, but
No, I meant his code, his program.
I could recite code to you right now.
So you could reproduce it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like spaghetti. It didn't make sense. There was no logic to it. It was like fishing for files in soup. It's like you can't see anything that you're looking for in any sense of the word, because none of it makes logical sense. Like, his file organization was like made by a toddler.
Tofu soup is placed in front of each of you.
Sounds like when some engineer decides to put a 12-volt main rail right next to the half-volt data line going straight to the core processor, and then you short it out, and then, yeah.
Well, like
Siri
anyone
just kind
use
of blinks.
Yeah, everyone's kind of like looking at Gopher like, oh, okay.
no,
Yeah.
Hate it when that happens.
So,
That thing you said.
Outback understood. Outback understood
Well,
that one.
Oh, yeah,
It's also like
actually, yeah.
it's like using a 5.4 liter Triton 3 valve V8 too.
And on top of that, you know, the werewolf that you all were fighting looked bizarre. Is that part of his movie, or is that part of like something that was an external force? Because that thing didn't seem to fit the narrative of the brain dance either.
No, it was kind of all weird and wiggly,
Yeah.
and
it was
Mikhail didn't seem exactly like the world's greatest writer, and every character there was quite the character.
Because brain dance writers and brain dance editors can serve the same but different functions.
heck, I just think it was interesting that they were able to record a net dive. That
They
stuff's
had
kind of
memories.
that's a little bit different.
They also had memories. They spoke of things in the world like more than simple recreations of a.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Any half decent AI can facilitate that ghostly effect of familiarity.
No, don't say the G word around TVS.
Yes, but what would they be doing in a brain? What would such things be doing in a brain dance?
Well, isn't it supposed to be some sort of game?
Well, brain
No,
dance is typically a recording that
It's a
you
movie.
experience
Typically,
like a movie.
yeah. But wasn't that supposed to be like an interactive one where weren't we like basically playing a sort of game?
It
Felt
was
like
meant to
it.
be full. It was meant
Kind
to
of
be
felt
full
that way.
body interactive.
Oh yeah. Oh, it definitely was. My back still hurts.
I'm glad
I
you grabbed
remember.
that worm off before it bit into you, by the way. And
Yeah, that looked gnarly. That didn't look like it was something that Mikhail would have written in.
And Direz, it was while it was a part of the movie, you had to interact with that as black ice and not like a file to edit in the movie. So
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel like an interactable. Like I could see all of your information. Like I could look into a file and be able to edit the fact that Outback here had silver shot instead of standard when it came to firing his weapon at the thing, and changed Kiri's sword to be silver plated. That I could do and just edit the sheet, you know. But when it came to trying to make changes to the creature, it was like I was battling a black ice. It was like I had to actually de-res the thing in order for it to stop functioning and stop chasing you all and me. It's like you all were fighting a black ice too.
that's
What if
not part of any brain dance.
No, that's part of an
What if-
architecture.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
I don't usually mess with the net stuff, but that sounds weird.
I don't think
It
he
was
would have
distinctly
programmed a
obvious.
black ice to attack people in a brain dance.
Well,
That's something you use to defend your architecture with.
Which is sort of what it was. I guess what I would be thinking is maybe they reprogrammed a demon to do something.
That was my
And they
thought,
got
too.
dropped into that brain dance.
It was on
'Cause,
purpose, I think.
I mean, technically, he taps the side of his head. Old Drake here is one of those old demons. In a way, he's got that pseudo AI.
Drake being your...
My internal agent.
Oh. So you don't have a physical one? You have a hollow?
No, I don't have one of your hollow phones. I have one of the old.
An old school internal agent.
Yeah, he's his own personality, his own program. He's got his own intelligence. He's basically an AI with shackles. Much like a demon.
You're not wrong in your conceptualization of it. It's just bizarre. The way the whole thing worked out is that I don't know what prompted Mikhail to get up, aside from us getting shunted into that brain dance.
Well, didn't he start getting attacked or something? Is that why he had to get up?
There was blood in. Remember, there was blood in the chair, and bullet holes in the control panel.
Yeah, I remember hearing him getting shot up during one of his last transmissions before you busted out of your suit.
Yeah, but the bozos didn't know we were there.
Do you think they carefully researched his itinerary? I feel like they probably just busted in the door no matter what was going on.
But they
No,
didn't
they
bust in the
didn't.
door. They had to find me. They had to try and find us.
They didn't have the secret room at all.
They
And
didn't.
why was there blood in the chair and bullets in the control panel if they didn't know where the room was? Kiri's eyes are kind of going wide, like, no, there's another level. There's another level of bullshit going on here, and it's just dawning on her.
You wonder why I was trying to piece it together yesterday?
Yes, but
So you're telling me the bozos didn't... Someone else attacked him in the control room?
Possibly.
And dragged him out, and then the bozos attacked? Now that's too many coincidences in a row to be coincidences at this point.
The bozos came in from the front door. That much I'm certain. They came in and sat at the reception.
Sounds like the bozos. Oh yeah.
And then their netrunner, Short Circuit, sat down at the reception desk and jacked into the network. I found him there. We hashed it out. They just wanted the files on themselves that were used in the brain dance we had played previously to that. And were happy to walk out when I gave them to them. I still have a copy of those.
Yep.
So I don't know what interest that those would serve in their line of work, aside from, because aside from what we saw, likeness and equipment was really all that were in things. I mean, if he had more ideas as to what to do with the Bozo's info, that's on.
But how did they know that was there to begin with?
They had to be tipped off by somebody,
Gopher.
I'm sure.
That's the line of thought. Because
The
let's be real, the bozos are like a collared dog that's been chasing a squirrel for weeks, and then someone just takes the collar off and tells them a name, gives them any reason to get mad. Oh, they're using you in the brain dance, and they just go, "Why do I?" They're a bunch of crazy clowns.
They don't seem like the most mentally
apparently
sane.
So, I guess the question that we'll have tomorrow morning is, who really attacked? Mikhail?
It
And
has to
also,
be
why
someone
was
else.
his
who
little
works at the
AI
port.
helper so absolutely terrible?
If I had to guess, it was someone who probably wanted Mikhail's tech, used the bozos as a cover.
Was any
I
of the
don't
tech
doubt
missing?
No, they didn't find it. Well, at least the bozos didn't find it, but whoever attacked Mikhail in the room
Did you
where we
see?
were,
Do you remember if you saw any broken panels, any missing drives, any?
I was a little focused on getting you all out.
I understand. I understand. Just if you recollect, or did it seem,
Maddie?
beside from the attack?
Aside from
There were gunshots at the control panel, and obviously blood there too. But there was no effort to search around the rest of the room because you were split between meat space and two different instances of spaghetti and movie, so you were a little preoccupied with what's going on. By the way, your next appetizer course are miniature rice balls with a real strip of seaweed. And as the hostess is serving, she looks over to you, JP. If I may interrupt, not that I was necessarily listening. I know of several gangs in town. The bozos don't seem to be apt at understanding what happens in digital spaces. I would wonder, if I were you, how is it that they came to know of themselves inside of this movie? Whatever you called it. I'm not listening in.
They said it was none. They said it was none too flattering. So who spoke?
And she places the rice balls and tells you she'll be back in several more minutes for your next appetizer.
Yep. With the bamboo steamers that are gonna have probably some dumplings or something in them. Yeah, dumplings.
Don't say JP doesn't treat you well.
Like I said, I'll feel it in the bill later. I know it.
You just might know
JP's
we're a
tab
favor.
with this
You know?
place.
You know how it goes.
That's right.
JP's tab is full of favors and conditions.
So, I guess
someone would have tipped him off. Yeah.
Diraz, if you and I perhaps you are attached with your acquaintance / friend Kiri, and maybe Outland. I'm sorry. What was it? It was Outland.
Outback.
Outback. Right. Outback. You could take them by Mikhail's and see if any of his computers or storage devices were stolen or tampered with.
Aside from me, because I changed the passwords on everything.
Well, even better. So it should be as secure as when you were last in it. Unless someone has come behind you.
Which I would be able to definitely detect.
And also, don't forget the hardware. Look for any missing drives or storage devices.
That could be something we go and do.
I would appreciate it a lot. It will give us more leverage on that hazard pay we would all very much like in my negotiations.
I would very much like to punch him in the face. I'm going to say that right now.
After
You're not the only one.
What you do is not my business. I am only concerned with making sure that you get your money. What you do to the person that hired you, I don't know either of you anymore at that point.
I would say I would want to punch him in the face, but I want to be a little more practiced up on martial arts before I do.
I am not a martial artist.
Nothing wrong with a good old street punch. I'd just rather punch him and actually have it hurt.
Yes.
The noodles may have gone to
Kiri's just
Derez's
kinda-
arms.
Kiri's eyes just tick to D, and she's just like, I've been offering to teach you.
I know.
Oh, you're a martial artist, Miss Kiri.
I know a lot of things about killing people. In my former line of work, I was exceptionally efficient at it. Not that you would have been able to tell inside that simulation, what with everything missing. And you see the brief flick of frustration across her face, because I mean, you would have seen her in there, and she like her getting more and more pissed off.
Have you read Morgan Blackhand's 7,001 Ways to Kill a Man? Pretty decent book.
I knew many of those I knew of many of those and their creators long before Morgan Blackhand ever became a legend.
Outback, you ever read those solo fortune magazines?
Nope.
Oh man, they used
Don't
to
get-
find some of
don't
the
get many of
biggest
those.
names in Night City, and interview them about the different guns and brands that are on the streets, and then publish them. So good. I don't think that any copies probably even exist that much these days.
If they do, they certainly don't exist out in the wilds. Most anything that is filled with any slight trace of nostalgia ends up packaged behind glass in some corpo's penthouse.
You're not wrong. I used to guard a lot of things like that back in the day.
Still don't know what
And the
back in
dumplings
the day.
arrive while I go to get a drink.
Still don't.
I will say, Outback has like not drank any tea the entire time.
Kiri's
Derez has.
her tea. Yeah.
Actually, he probably would drink it, and it's not even subtle because he's not even good. He's putting alcohol in it.
So, I suppose that's part of what we're going to do tomorrow is to definitely question Mikhail on everything that happened. And what we should, so what we do today is we go and find ways that we could make that an easier time. I would certainly like to go and check out the hook again. Yesterday was a bit of a clusterfuck with the radiation spike.
Yeah, the radiation would have made it
Sorry.
difficult to go to the hook safely.
Well, if y'all gonna go back there, and you don't mind liberating a few more brain dances, you seem to be more experts on whatever good cinema is, so if you can pick me up a few more.
Oh, right, you did snag a wreath on the way out. How are you enjoying actual brain dance?
It's not bad, I will say that. This character of Batman reminds me a little bit of JP, what with the grappling hook and all.
It's a good old-fashioned trick, boy. A lot
I
of
don't
people
think
don't even look up.
I don't think I got the shoulders for that.
Don't worry, the gun does all the work.
I'll try. I'll take your word for it. If I need to get somewhere, I'll rely on my vehicle.
As
You let me
JP
know.
has gotten up to go get a drink, you're having the conversation. You're speaking of jobs, simply because I want to have us take a quick little break here, so at least I can refresh myself.
We all have wonderful tea / watered down whiskey.
You can see what JP had left behind, which is some Screamsheets that he promised to go over with you all. And so what we'll do is we'll go on break, and we'll come back. We can have this conversation as well as before tonight ends. Let's see if we can get you into talk with Mikhail as well, because you all have a lot of questions, and I think your palms are you're a little itchy and need some scratching going on. So
Yeah,
I'll leave
they
this
do.
up for you during our break, so you all as players can overlook it. So everyone out there, we're gonna take about a 10-minute break. We're gonna refresh ourselves, and we'll come back. We'll go over what a Screamsheet is, what's going on. Maybe they choose to pursue something this week from this, or they could do some background hustle depending on what they want to do, or even what they might learn from Mikhail as well as an option. So we'll be back soon. Hold on tight, everyone.